Hey folks, Machinery Pete here. You know, it's been about 22 and a half years now I've been covering farm machinery auctions all over the US and Canada, and certainly seen a lot of changes over the last 2+ decades. Obviously machinery getting bigger, more sophisticated, costs a lot more, that's for sure. But on the auction side, big changes too. Of course, one of the biggest changes has been the development of live internet bidding. Hard to imagine years ago that you could be sitting on your couch in your house on your computer and click a button and buy a piece of farm equipment anywhere around the world, but that's our reality today. And one of the companies that really has driven this industry along is Proxibid. Here we are on their website, proxibid.com, and they're just under 10 years old and quite a company. You can click on their farm machinery link here on their homepage and drill down and then just see the farm machinery auctions they have coming up that are all live internet bidding. You can see some sales going on today here, Thursday, March 8th in Missouri, Texas, Nebraska, Georgia, and then a list here of their upcoming auctions. So quite a list. For example, here's a sale this Saturday, March 10th in Rushville, Missouri by my friend Mark Younger with Younger Auction Company. So kind of fun here. It's kind of kid in a candy store to see what's on these sales. So you just click on the sale bill link and up comes the list of machinery, and we can scroll down the list here and see some guns, file cabinets, and then some awesome machinery like this 1999 John Deere 8200 mechanical front wheel drive with 3,918 hours. You can see some pre-bidding already occurring here for Saturday's auction. 2008 John Deere 8430, only 580 hours. So like I say, you can sit on your couch and bid on these and purchase these items from anywhere in the world. So pretty interesting. And actually yesterday I happened to be in Omaha, headquarters of Proxibid, and stopped in and did a little video interview with one of the founders, Joe Petsick. Hey folks, Machinery Pete here, and I'm in Omaha at the headquarters of Proxibid. I'm here with Joe Petsick, one of the co-founders and current chief, are you financial officer?
Yes.
Joe? And boy, you guys have built quite a business here over the years, Joe. Been fun to watch you guys grow. Why don't you tell us how you guys got your start?
Well, basically, in the early 2000s, we were exploring the idea of being able to allow an auction to be broadcast live online. It was something that had been kind of toyed with in the late 90s and never had been fully evolved to make a successful run at it. We thought that we'd figured out the elements necessary to do so. Spent about a year or so building the software out, and were able to realize that in basically 2003, where we first launched our live service. The business has evolved quite a bit since then, from providing a service to auction companies to broadcast their stuff online.
Right.
Now we recognize that we've created a marketplace for qualified buyers and sellers, basically unique and high-priced items and commodities.
Right, and how many auctions now? You're up to how many auctions on a yearly basis or monthly? Or?
In 2011, we did, I think, just shy of 11,000 auctions.
Wow.
To give you some comparison from where we came from, in 2003, their first full year, that whole year we only did 159 auctions online. We'll be probably well over 13,000, probably closer to 15,000 auction events this year. And over our history, we've now completed well over 40,000.
Right. And you guys are investing heavily along the way to improve the service on all angles, just for buyer and seller.
Correct. One of the mandates, once a vital marketplace has evolved, is to create an environment where the buyer and seller have a high degree of comfort and confidence.
Okay.
So we had a lot of ground to make up with, first of all, on the buyer side. Since we had evolved as a service provider for auctioneers, we had spent most of our time and energy developing things to make sure that they were getting the tools they needed. Once we'd accomplished that, we recognized very quickly from the amount of time and energy bidders were spending communicating with us that there were things that they wanted to see happen to make them more active in the marketplace. So that's really where we spend a lot of our time.
Okay. Well, you think you might be able to show us around quick here, Joe, and give us a
Take a
quick
walk
show
in.
on how you guys make all this happen here?
Yep.
So what do we have here, Joe?
So this is our operations center. For those auction events that we're helping our auction clients broadcast, where there is not a reliable internet connection on site, we can typically connect to them still via some type of telephone connection, whether it's mobile or an extended landline. And then we can run the auction software here in a location where we know we're going to have a good physical solid connection, so that the bidders again can have the confidence that there's going to be little to no potential for interruption of that live auction event.
So when folks are out at those machinery auctions around the country and it's a Proxibid sale, a lot of it's happening right here.
That's right. So if on site they don't see an operator running the live auction themselves in the topper or they're at the auction facility, they see either another Proxibid representative or a representative of the auction company connected on a headset to someone. They're connected back here to this room.
Here's where their cubicles here, where they make it all happen. Cool stuff. Now you got to show me, Joe, this your TV monitors here that show the activity in the website.
Walk you down to
All right, Joe, tell us about these monitors up here. We've got some statistics changing here on the fly, second by second.
So our bidder support group here helps bidders all day long by solving technical issues or problems they may be having to get involved in the auction. They're also monitoring what's going on in the auction events. And these monitors basically give them an overview of what's happening at a given time. So the first monitor basically shows them an idea of the number of actual people on the website at any given moment. So today is a relatively light day. There's probably
Wednesday afternoon.
10 or so auctions going on simultaneously at this moment. So there's not as many people on the site as you might see. Like
I bet on a Saturday that must be just
it could be
crazy.
3-4 times that amount of activity just from what we're currently seeing happen on a Saturday. On any given Saturday at this time, you're probably seeing no less than 60 plus auctions going on. We know that we're breaking new records almost every weekend, it seems, where we're fast approaching about the 100 auctions going on at the same time on a given Saturday. They're also spending time monitoring the actual live auctions that are in progress, watching to make sure that the application is being run well. Some of the applications are being run by some Proxibid team members at sales, other times they're being run by the auction companies. We're watching to make sure that, again, that we're not seeing any kind of problems or issues, that we know that the bidder experience should be fluid, and then we can give feedback to the auction companies and talk to the auctioneer after the sale to let them know that what we can do to make it work better. And then we're measuring the general health. We can actually keep track of the health of the connectivity that's going on between our servers, the auction site, and the things happening between them and the bidder. So that's really what the team spends most of the time watching today.
So could you imagine 8-9 years ago when you were 4 of you guys that started this company, you'd have something like this going on here today with, what do you have, 120 some employees?
120 employees today, working on all facets from our bidder support group, account management, to help as access consultants with our auction clients. We have a fully developed marketing team that can help generate marketing, not only for the auction companies, but we're always going and attracting new bidders to bring into the marketplace for all of our asset classes. We have an entire risk team that is managing the actual bidders and the people that are looking to get involved in the auctions. A product team that's building everything and creating all the specs for our engineers to actually construct.
Seems like it's very important for you guys to approach this from every angle. The buyer, the seller, the experience.
Absolutely. Really, it's about user experience on all aspects. We want this to integrate into the auctioneer's business so that there's very little that they have to change to be able to bring this in and still get all the benefit and exposure to it, making it easy and convenient to manage the amount of activity that occurs. And then on the other side, for the bidder, we want their experience to be very favorable. Because at the end of the day, as much as maybe the auction community had historically thought about the bidder as a group of individuals that they could keep in their database and own or possess, that technology doesn't really allow it to occur anymore. The only thing we get to own today is the experience. And if a bidder comes onto our site, has a great experience, and then interacts with an auction company, and a transaction has a great experience, what we know is they're going to come back. So next time they're after a piece of equipment or they're looking for something particular, they're going to start their search with that particular company or group.
Well, hats off, Joe, for 9 years building this business, Proxibid, into what you guys have, and fun to see everything you got going on and future growth ahead. So Thanks for showing us around.
I appreciate taking the time.